Special plane, and here he goes, Rob Harrison, the Tumbling Bear. He's pushing the throttle to 250 miles per hour. He'll be climbing up to 0 speed, and as he gets up to the top, he's going to drop a wing, and he's going to come down as what's called a knife edge spin. So here he goes, and for those of you that say, what are you doing married to this old guy? And I'll tell you what, we met at an air show, and 2 years ago in 2006, he proposed to me right here at March Air Force Base, and we share the passion. I have been flying for 20 years, and I work on these airplanes with Rob. I've probably taken apart 5 Lycoming 540.
You know, I asked her first, but she told me no. But then along came Rob, and she got an immediate okay, and she married him 2 days later.
Oh, Gordon, you just like my Jaguar, didn't you?
I sure do.
And here he goes.
Rob turned and loosened, and if you look carefully, you'll see a little smiley face underneath the wing of that. Susan put that there while he wasn't looking.
That's right. I said, you let me ruin your airplane. I painted a little smiley face with the tongue hanging out. Because if you go to our website, you'll see the video of Rob after he does these maneuvers. He just kind of sticks his tongue out and catches his breath.
This is known as the hockey team from Havana, the Cuban 8, as he goes upside down this time, returning for the second half of the horizontal 8 in the sky, the Cuban 8. Look at how versatile this aircraft is.
Absolutely, and when Rob's hanging upside down, don't tell him I told you this, but he weighs 250 pounds. And I'll tell you, that guy can eat. So when he's pulling some of the G forces, you know, they don't wear a G suit. All the small aerobatic pilots you see today, they don't wear a G suit. So he pulls 8 to 9 Gs. So if you do the math, that's 50 pounds times, let's say 8 Gs, that's 2,000 pounds.
Holy cow.
That's a lot of cookies.
That's a lot of cookies. You got that absolutely right. In fact, I made a calculation right before the show, Susan. When I was 16 years old, I weighed 120 pounds, which means I am now pulling 2 Gs continuously.
I don't want to tell you how many Gs I'm pulling. Listen, honey, we know about Gs. But I'll tell you a little bit about this plane. It was number 77, 78 were built. So you're seeing one of the very few airplanes around the world. And this one in particular is the only one flying air shows in the United States. So what you're seeing here is pretty special. And considering what Rob has gone through in the last 2 years, it took a year and a half to put this airplane together. And believe me, I worked on it even when it was 125 degrees, and we worked on it till midnight. So it was a lot of work. It's worth it. And you're seeing here the very first air show at March, one of our favorite air shows in Southern California. And it's got 350 horsepower. It tops out at about 250 miles per hour. And that cockpit in there, Rob barely fits because he is 250 pounds and he's almost 6 foot tall. So there's not a lot of airplanes out there that Rob can fit.
You know, I was just doing another calculation as you were talking there, Susan. I tell you, I've got my calculating hat on today. You mentioned 350 horsepower. Do you realize that that is more than 4 times the horsepower of the starting lineup at the Kentucky Derby?
Oh, I'll tell you what.
Rob, I can get this absolutely right. But yes, we are here and we are watching you, my friend, and you are blazoning those beautiful blue skies with your white smoke, and it's looking fabulous up there today, my friend.
That's what I wanted to hear, Gordon. You know, I want to fly my best for this crowd. Okay, I'll give it back to you. Susan, I sure appreciate your help, too. Like I said, I'm going to be a little busy for this one.
Okay, honey, don't forget to put the smoke oil on. There he goes. He's always saying I nag him. But you know, he's going to be, 69 here in 2 weeks. So he's getting closer to 70. I got to remind you.
And you know, I got to tell you, Susan's celebrating because he's going to be that age for 1 whole year. 69 for a whole year. I think that's quite an accomplishment.
I know.
And it's almost impossible to wipe the smile off her face.
That's right. He's got a big smile underneath that cowl. I don't know if you can see it. Got that tuck hanging out. And I'll tell you, there he goes, climbing full straight up. He's going to go to 0 speed. Look at him spin around. You know, you to be blue skies until Rob put all that smoke up there. And, you know, we have 5 airplanes, so a lot of people go, that's fine. It must be nice. I'll tell you what, working on 5 airplanes is a full-time job. So I don't get away with anything. I can't go shopping. I gotta go work on the airplane for it.
You know, Rob and Susan also have some autographs they can offer you on the flight line after Rob returns. They've also got some removable tattoos, and they got some real ones too. If you like Mom tattooed on your back, they can do that for you.
Absolutely. We have the artwork. So if you would like a Rob Harrison original tattoo, we will give you the artwork and you can get it done. But just don't tell us where you're going to put it.
Absolutely. Rob retired after 28 years with the United States Forest Service as their aviation program leader. Responsible for technical aspects of firefighting airplanes and helicopters still in place today. He's an attorney, an engineer, an expert witness, and owns several businesses. He has 3 degrees, a flight test engineering degree from the University of Tennessee Space Institute, a mechanical engineering degree from Oregon State University, and a degree in law from the University of Laverne in California. He's attended the U.S. Navy Test Pilot School and is a DER, a designated engineering representative to approve aviation designs. A very, very accomplished individual, as well as being a great, great pilot.
And he only married me because I had a nice Jaguar and a nice airplane. How about that?
I think they're great credentials, too. I have nothing wrong with that at all.
Gordon over here, our announcer, has a beautiful Jaguar, so every time he sees mine, he just wants to take it away from me.
Well, mine's different. Mine's a Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Yours is a Jaguar.
Yeah.
Huge difference. It depends which school you went to.
That's right. My car has almost as much horsepower as this little airplane you're watching here today. And I want to tell you, Rob started flying when he was 6 years old. For all of you kids out there that have never gone flying, if you are anything above 1 year old, you will love it. You will be addicted. And like Rob, he's been flying for many, many years now. He actually, at the age of 13, had to tell... Okay, honey. See, he's just having a good time out there. Most of the time, you know, he doesn't act like he's 69. He acts like he's 8 or 9. So for those of you who are 8 or 9 years old, you know what I'm talking about. You know, sometimes he like says, I want to tumble. So he jumps in the trampoline or the bed. I'm like, come on, Rob, act your age.
Oh, look at the little puff of smoke he's leaving up there right now. They don't call it the Tumbling Bear for nothing.
That's
Rob
it.
takes this mighty plane and rolls it end over end.
And that's why he's called a Tumbling Bear. And after Rob, look at that.
There's the tumble.
There is a Tumbling Bear, upside down, 250 pounds, just being strapped down by Okay, you heard him. He said that felt great. See, I told you he's having a great time.
Always does have a great time while he's up there. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, and after he lands, he's got to drink a little bit of water, put the airplane away, and we're going to drive by the flight line, and then we're going to come right here by the announcer stand. So if you would like Rob's autograph, just head on over towards the announcer stand. You've got about, half an hour after he lands, and he would be so delighted to give you our limited edition collector cards, because there are only a few printed, and I believe after this air show, those cards will be gone. So you want to save those. One of these days he'll retire, and you'll have that special card you can sell on eBay or something like that.
Okay.
He says he's going to do that knife edge pass, which yesterday was too windy to do it, so you're going to get the something nobody saw yesterday. So get your cameras ready, and you'll hopefully get to see that little smiley face underneath of the Tumbling Bear, because he's very happy when he gets to fly. So here he comes from your right to your left. He's going to tip that wing, and you're going to see the bottom of it. Here he comes. He gave us the wrong side.
That's called flying on a wing and a prayer.
There, now he's got the other.
Wingtip pointed right.